Hi boys and girls, we have another math lesson. So put those math hats on. I have a cute little story to read you. It's called Bears 10 by 10. Now I hope you've been counting your numbers on your 100 chart. This one's called Bears 10 by 10. There are 10 purple bears seated in this car. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? There are 10 red bears seated in this car. We've seen 20 bears so far. 10, 20. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? Well, 10, 20, 30. There are 10 blue cars seated in this car. We've seen 30 bears so far. 10, 20, 30. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? There are 10 orange bears seated in this car. We've seen 40 bears so far. 10, 20, 30, 40. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? There are 10 black bears seated in this car. We've seen 50 bears so far. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? There are 10 tan bears seated in this car. We've seen 60 bears so far. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? There are 10 green bears seated in this car. We've also seen 70 bears so far. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? There are 10 yellow bears seated in this car. We've seen 80 bears so far. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? What comes after 80? There are 10 pink bears seated in this car. We've seen 90 bears so far. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. In the next car, there's also 10. How many bears will we see then? There are 10 brown bears seated in this car. We've seen 100 bears so far. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There are no more bears in the next car. We've seen a total of 100 bears go far. Let's count again by tens. Let's count 100 bears by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Good job, everyone, counting by tens. Today we are learning another strategy when we're adding two sets together. Remember, that is called, that's right, addition. Good job. And we have our addition strategies here. Remember, our addition strategies, we can use pictures to solve adding two sets together. We can use our fingers. We can add on from the biggest number. Now today we're learning another strategy. It's called a number path. So to do this, what I'd like you to do is you can get some paper if you have a whiteboard at home, or just something to write within a marker. You can make a number path. So you're gonna write the numbers 1 through 10. And what I did is I went and got some cards. Now these are Skip-O cards. And I got them from I just wanted to do 1 to 10. So I'm gonna choose 2 of the cards. I'm gonna choose 1 card, 2, and I'm gonna choose 4. So 2 and 4. No, when you're doing a number path, and actually, and I have 2 and 4 here, I'm gonna start at the biggest number. So I'm going to start at 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna start at 4. And then I'm gonna add on 2. So if I have 4 and 2, I'm gonna add on from 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna circle my final number. Okay, so number path helps you to add on from the biggest number. All right, so we'll try this again. Let's say I picked out 3 and 2. Where am I going to start? I'm going to start with the biggest number. So I'm going to start, what's bigger, 3 or 2? The number 3 is bigger. So I'm going to start at the number 3, and I'm going to add on 2. 1, 2. And that is your answer, number 5. So what I'd like you to do is make some number paths, get some cards, pick out 2 sets, and practice using your number path to help you add on from the biggest number. All right, have a great time. Please share on Seesaw what you've done today. Have a great day. Bye, girls and boys.